Hey everybody, it's Carol Billing and I'm your instructor for Education 202, which is the 1 credit field experience class that's the co-rec for Education 201. So let's take a look at the syllabus. Okay, to begin, I hope you're on Facebook, and if so, please add me because I put a lot of opportunities up there for teaching with Micron and different pretty cool stuff. I don't run it through Blackboard. I use Facebook so that students who've taken my class but are still in the program but not currently taking classes from me still are aware of teaching opportunities in the community. So hopefully you're on Facebook. Also, here is my Zoom ID, and if you're freaking out right now, oh my god, Zoom, what's that? Relax, it's so great. You're gonna love it. It is better than Skype, it is better than FaceTime, and it is easier. So go to zoom.us, sign up for a free account, and then you can see there my meeting code is there. I do lots of advising with students both in the evenings and during the daytime, because I can Zoom from home after my kids have gone to bed. So it's not uncommon that I do advising at like 8 o'clock at night. And I love it. It's actually better than advising face-to-face in person because we can be talking and reviewing everything, and you can see what's on my screen. So it's not like we're both trying to lean over the desk to see the screen. It's really better than face-to-face, which is hard to believe, but I absolutely love it. So I would even get a Zoom account because you get a free Zoom room that you can use for up to 30 minutes. And if you have faculty who are hard to reach or you can't get to their office hours, ask them if they'll Zoom with you. More and more faculty are doing it on campus, and so there are less faculty are becoming more used to it. And the beauty of Zoom is you can do it anywhere. I do it in my car. I have Zoomed in a restaurant with a student before. They had a question about something. They can call me. I can look on my phone. I can see their screen. They can share their screen with me, and they can walk through a question on the internet or on Blackboard or whatever with me no matter where I am. So it's just absolutely fantastic. I can't say enough about Zoom. Love it. Okay, so don't be afraid of it. Check it out. It's really great. And then my phone number is there for my office. Best time to call me is during office hours. I'm always here, usually grading, sometimes advising, and I stack my office hours kind of around when I'm already here teaching anyway. So that's why they're sort of like weird. They're like in pockets of time because I'm here anyway, so I want to be available. Okay, let's take a look at the syllabus. So as you scan down, you can see there's not a whole lot. This is both the syllabus for my face-to-face 202 and my online 202 because there really wasn't too much that was different. So I explained the section 01 is the one that meets once a week, and the section 2 is the online version. Okay, so scrolling through, you could print this, although I wouldn't bother personally. I would just read it once. But if you have trouble sleeping, you can always print a copy and put it next to your bed. I'm sure you won't have a problem going to sleep because it's that exciting. All right, probably the most crucial part of the course is that you complete the 30 hours. That's a non-negotiable part of the course. You have to do 30 hours of observation in a K-12 classroom to receive credit for this class. It's hard to pass the class if you just do the 30 hours and don't do any of the reflective journals. So you really need to do at least the journals and the 30 hours to pass the class. Pretty much that's how it's set up. A couple of points about observations that are constantly a problem, and quite honestly I find it irritating because it's really simple why these rules exist. You may not observe a family member who teaches because you're not going to get an authentic experience. I want you to observe a teacher. You either you can know them, that's fine. It can be a teacher you've had in the past, but I would encourage you to go to the school where you want to teach. Where do you think you might want to teach? Go there, meet with the principal, ask him or her to assign a teacher to you because they know who the good teachers are. They're going to put you in a classroom of a stellar teacher. And if you know what grade you want to teach, that's great. Then go in and tell them, I want to teach second grade. Do you have a good second grade teacher I can observe? And most principals are really interested to see you because they're looking at you to be a potential hire later on, whether they're at the school or somewhere else. The education in Treasure Valley is a small knit community, close knit community. So this is really your first foot in the door of networking, and it's really important that you realize and take advantage of this opportunity, because it's a requirement of a course. I mean, it's not like you're just walking in some random person and asking to sit in a classroom. I mean, you are in a class. You are actively working towards a teaching credential. So that makes you a candidate. And so it's important to take advantage of this. Don't just go to what's convenient. Go to where you want to work. And then meet with the principal. And the best way I've found to meet with principals is to email them first. Typically, I email them Fridays at 3 o'clock because they are done with their week and they're sitting down to catch up on stuff. That's also a great time to drop in, would be Fridays about 3:30. And you're going to catch them hopefully just before they're going to go. But the good ones, quite honestly, they're working and they're catching up for the next week. So do not observe family members. Do not observe in classrooms where you have children. Or I wouldn't even do like nieces and nephews. I would go into a classroom where you don't have a personal connection with anyone. That is critical. Please don't ask me to change that rule. It's really important that you have an authentic observation where you're not tainted by a personal relationship, family relationship with either a teacher or a member of the class. Okay? So that's it. Done lecturing. Let's go back to the syllabus here. 30 hours in the classroom sounds like a lot. Every semester students get done, they're like, can I keep going? And I'm like, yes, please do. That's like good. You're only gonna learn more. I'm in a classroom one day a week, one afternoon a week, because if I only teach community college, I don't continue to stay like fresh and current on how they're teaching in K-12 environment. So I'm in a second grade classroom at least once a week, and sometimes I'm also in a first grade, sometimes in kindergarten, and sometimes in third or fourth. So it kind of depends on what I'm doing. I teach Khan Academy. Okay, so coursework. Yes, make sure you log in the first week. This is how I verify for financial aid. And then this is important. Please don't ask me to open past assignments for late work. And that's really just to keep you on track. So it's important that you get your observation lined up and you get your observation hours started. Don't do them all in the first 3 weeks of the class, because if you do, we're going to talk about something in week 7 and you're not going to be observing anymore. Like, let's say you finish your 30 hours and we talk about something in 201 and you're like, oh, I'd really like to see that, but you're done with your observation hours because you crammed them all into a 2-week period of time. Please don't do that. Spread them out like they are in the course calendar. I do that. I spread them that way on purpose so that you have time to go in and look at things that we're talking about in class or you're reading about in your textbook. So in keeping with that, you also don't want to be late doing your hours because you'll miss your journals. So follow the course calendar. Now, also don't freak out that you know, oh my God, I don't have things set up and it's the first week of classes. You don't have to have your observations set up the first week of classes. I will walk through the calendar in another video and explain that there's plenty of time to go to your first choice. And if that doesn't work, go to your second choice and go to your third choice. You have to be diligent and keep trying, but you should be able to get it set up in 3 weeks. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's rare that it goes beyond that. Okay, so that being said, please don't ask me to open late work. Oh, let's see, what else do I have? Exceptional reasons for missing work. If you have an exceptional situation, these are the steps you need to follow to apply to be allowed to turn in late work. Grading is straightforward. Same as what I use in 201, which I'm the only one teaching 201 this semester, so that is the same. 2 weeks on a grade in the grade book. So if something's in the grade book, you have 2 weeks to tell me it's right or wrong, and I'll change it. After that, it's kind of like cement, and it's in. No text for this class. Yay! Course calendar. Okay, make sure you're using your CWI email because I can't. A lot of times private emails go into my junk and I never see them. And then same electronic evaluations policy as 201. which is if 80% of the class completes it, everybody gets extra credit. And I think that's it. So you're going to want to read through the rest of that. Some notes here for online. Very similar to the 201 syllabus. If you're also taking 201 online from me, a lot of the same information. But do take time to read it and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, I'll talk more soon.